everyone, Nightfall Snow here. Today I'm talking about the main six and where on my scale they fall from best to worst and why. This is gonna be a long explanation, so I hope you're ready and are willing to listen to all I have to say. So, first at number one is Fluttershy. Okay, so for me, the reason she's at number one is who she is and her personality. She's not there because she's cute, or even that her look is appealing. If that was a reason, I think she would fall somewhere in the middle. Anyway, no, it's who she is. Shy, but not just that. She has a severe case of multiple anxieties. And as I am diagnosed with many as well, I relate to her and her struggles. As I said in my review of Fake It Till You Make It, through the seasons we see that she has grown. She says so herself in Fame and Misfortune. Now, I really don't like that episode personally, but I loved that whole scene when she stands up for herself and how it's hard to change yourself overnight. In fact, I saved that clip for motivation. Not only that, but Fluttershy doesn't dislike many things. She's sweet, caring, and thinks about others all the time. She's a very complex and multi-layered character. She's seen as a weak pony, and yes, she forgets she can fly half the time and prefers to keep to herself unless she absolutely needs help, but she's also the only one of the main six to resist Discord to the point of him physically turning her. This shows that she actually has a strong will and mind. Oh, and speaking of Discord, out of all other ponies, she's the one who ultimately helped get Discord on the right path and accepts him for everything he is. And she also finds it easier to talk to animals than others outside of her small circle of friends, and I can totally relate to that. Next up, at my number 2 spot, is Applejack. The down-to-earth pony is easily my second favorite. Even if there are a few episodes that make me rethink that, such as Some Pony to Watch Over Me, I love her attitude and how she can easily calm others down. It helps that she's a country pony, and though I may not like the music, I'm a country girl myself and understand a lot of how she acts and what she says. Honesty is a very important quality to many people, myself included. And I love how much she does to stop Flim and Flam from their lies as quickly as she possibly can. Liars are very much a bad thing in this world because of how easily it is to lie. I love that Applejack is so against that, but we've seen her fall from that before. And Applejack is someone who loves her family and takes pride in where she comes from and who she is. She can read her siblings like a book. Honestly, see what I did there? If we take out Some Pony to Watch Over Me, I have almost no faults with her other than her stubbornness, which her stubbornness rivals Rainbow Dash and can lead to plenty of conflicts. Moving on. My third favorite has to be Rarity. Just like I said in my review of Fake It Till You Make It, I love that Rarity knows what her friends are capable of and comfortable with. She asks Fluttershy to watch her shop last because she knew how Fluttershy is and didn't want her to panic. And then she used encouraging words to her to try and boost her confidence. Through each episode, we see her subtle actions in this regard with her friends and many others. Rarity is thoughtful and always helps her friends and sister anytime they need, even if she doesn't have the time, like in For Whom the Sweetie Belle Toils. When under a lot of stress or pressure, she often fails at certain things. When Sassy Saddle was working Rarity to the bone, and not in the way Rarity wanted, she didn't say anything for so long that she almost closed her boutique that she'd been trying to get for, well, as long as we've known Rarity. She could have just talked to Sassy or even just fired her. Either way. But even with a few ups and downs, Rarity is a self-sufficient pony with 3 boutiques, all of which are fairly successful. She's ambitious, creative, and yes, generous. With different episodes and actions on Rarity and Applejack, they often switch places in second and third. It changes. This is just at this point in time, Rarity's number 3 and Applejack is 2. We'll see if that changes. In 4th place comes Pinkie Pie. She's silly and takes making her friends smile seriously. She sold her party cannon to get her sister a bag. Her party cannon. Something that is such a big part of Pinkie's shenanigans that it's shown in nearly every Pinkie episode, even sometimes without it being a focus on Pinkie. She uses it. But through all of that silliness and magic hair, she's also very caring. And when her friends are upset, she wants to be there to do whatever she can to cheer them up, even if she doesn't know how to. I mean, she made friends with the Yaks, a kingdom that basically hated pony kind, and are super stubborn. That's another thing I like about Pinkie. She can get past the most stubborn people in the most creative ways. When Rainbow Dash was taking her pranks too far, Pinkie knew the only way to get Rainbow Dash to understand what she was doing was wrong was to get her back in the scariest way. So, Pinkie is smarter than many characters give her credit for. When the Parasprites invaded, she instantly started working on the solution, but the others just thought she was crazy. She pulled through in the end and showed that she was right, so I suppose the others might have learned to, trust Pinkie Pie a bit more. Her sweet random actions almost always leave me with a smile. See the Mod Couple video and you'll see why I said almost always. So 5th place is Rainbow Dash. Okay, I love Dashie, but her actions don't always have the best intentions. In so many episodes, we see her cause most of the conflict, with her selfishness and need to be number 1 simply blowing up in her face. In Secrets and Pies, I understand how she didn't want to upset Pinkie, but had she just told Pinkie in the very beginning, with that very first pie, that she actually doesn't care for pie, maybe she would have just gotten cupcakes, cookies, cake, anything other than pies that Pinkie is very well capable of making. Even so, Artie has good qualities too, like how once she realizes her mistake, she goes above and beyond to try and fix it, even if it hits her in the pride and leaves some humiliation in its wake. But I suppose after we met her parents, I can understand where a lot of her ego came from. Her parents basically worshipped her from the moment she was born. I could go on and on about her parents, but I'm not going to right now, as that would take way too long. So I'll leave Rainbow Dash right here in her spot and move on to my least favorite of the main 6, Twilight Sparkle. Now, she isn't here because of her becoming an alicorn princess or anything like that. I don't mind that as much as other fans, rather I enjoyed it and where it takes her. No, Twilight is my least favorite for the exact same reason Fluttershy is my most favorite. I see her in myself. It sounds hypocritical, but let me explain. In her need to make everything go smooth, in getting approval from those above her and who she cares about, or in her panicking about a scenario that hasn't and probably will never happen, I see my own fears and worries. All my life, I didn't have many friends, so I always did anything I could to make the few friends I had happy, even at the cost of my own happiness at times. In the beginning of A Canterlot Wedding, it sticks to me. as my only real friend growing up was my big brother. And when he went off to college, I was alone. During the My Big Brother Best Friend Forever song, I teared up the first time I heard it. And even now, that song is emotional for me. And I don't tend to watch that episode or listen to that song very much because, in honesty, my best friend is my big brother. He is at the top of the list. I don't think anybody can take him down from there. And I don't really get to see that much of him. So I can understand Twilight being upset. Now, when Twilight fails something, she gets so down and depressed that it's almost like she gives up on everything. I don't like seeing this because I used to do it. The difference is, back then, I had nobody to come check up on me or try to cheer me up, and those I did have, well, they were my parents and they were always working, and I didn't have friends. My brother was at work, or college, or doing homework, or sleeping. I didn't want to bother him. So, to watch Twilight push her friends away and brush them off, not even giving them a chance to try, I get mad. I get mad because she has people to try to help her, and she doesn't want them. I could be misinterpreting it, or maybe I'm just boiling over nothing, but that particular trait of Twilight really sticks to me in a bad way. Through all the seasons, Twilight has grown, and in many ways I'm proud of her. She gained friends, she learned forgiveness. Now she's a princess of friendship, something she didn't even think was important in the very first episode. So, like I said, my opinion on her is kind of hypocritical, but I can't help it. I see Fluttershy and Twilight as two sides of a coin, that coin being myself in the case. And I can't help but to watch the side that is Fluttershy grow and push herself out and away from her disabilities, I will call it. Whereas Twilight learns things and then doesn't implement them properly. Just like in the episode What About Discord, instead of just remembering good times with her friends or making new memories, she just tried to either recreate them or get her friends to get out of a spell they weren't under, anything but to realize that she just simply missed out, and it's okay. You'll make new memories. They'll have those, and you'll have the new ones. So, that's my thoughts and the favoritism on the main six. I know it was a bit long, but I hope you all understood my opinions, and hey, if you have a different one, go ahead and comment down below what you think are favorite pastel ponies. Maybe some of our opinions match, or you can shine some light on a few of their points that I don't see as prominent myself. Maybe somebody can make Twilight seem better to me. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!